Well, then Henry, look, you were here last year. You were playing well. Lost to Kentucky, went south. Why is it going to be different this year?
I just think the group of guys that we have, we've learned from this. We have a lot of people returning who have been through that process and who learned from that whole experience. But I think we just have to continue to do us. We have to continue to be strong on the offensive glass. We have to continue to, be really, really good on defense, and then offensively just, play through everybody. And, I just think play hard too in the way I think last couple of games we kind of didn't play as hard as we could. We played hard, but we need to play a lot harder in this league.
I know last year y'all had a lot of games that kind of came down to the last few possessions, and I think you had those with Florida. How much did those, with the guys who've been around, did those kind of prepare you for that and any other late game situations you might have moving forward from here?
Yeah, I mean, it helps us a ton knowing that we've been in that position, especially, on the road. I think one of the hardest things to do is win on the road. In any environment, I think the SEC has some of the best environments. So to win close games on the road and to be in close games on the road, I think helps us a lot, for further down the road.
I know y'all obviously like to get to the rim a lot. Seems like Auburn presents a lot of challenges in that department, both offensively and defensively. Just kind of what jumps out to you in that regard?
I just think we got to play our basketball. I think, with, me and Marble down low, I think with Garcia and Washington, I think, we had a good presence on the glass and had a good presence around the rim. But I think what kind of, is a little different from last year's team is that we have a little bit bigger guards, and our guards have gotten stronger and more confident going to the rim. I know Wade's a lot more confident going to the rim now. I know Dexter and Boots are ultra efficient around the rim. And even guys off the bench, even when Hayden sometimes drives and when Dre drives, they're really strong around the rim. So I think we have to continue to play our basketball and continue to play off 2 feet and be strong around the rim.
How physical was that game on Saturday? And just playing against a guy like Oscar, does that kind of get you better prepared against Auburn?
We knew the game. We knew the game was going to be a physical game. The SEC's physical every week. I think it was just a little bit more on Saturday. But I mean, every game is physical, and I credit to Coach Gephardt and us lifting every day. It's been unbelievable. So I think, we know it's going to be a physical game come tomorrow too. So I think we just, knowing that it's going to be physical, you're prepared for it, helps us in the best way.
Does the way that Buzz manages timeouts, is it different than some of the other coaches you've played for and the way he values them?
Yeah, I think it's a lot more player led. Sometimes I know everybody saw that clip of Hassan Diarra last year in Ole Miss when he was in the middle of the circle, kind of coaching us up. But it's more player led, and it's a little bit different because Coach always says he's not the one out there, in between the lines. He's helping us in between lines, but he's not the one actually going after rebounds, shooting shots. So I think when you have input, from a guy like Wade, or you have input from Hayden or Dre when they come in, and everybody's all ears, So I think everybody being open now to hearing, what went wrong, how we can do this better has helped our team.
And to that regard too, like even the way he calls them and the times he calls them and how he uses them, is it different?
Yeah, it's a little bit different. I think he uses the best way. He's one of the youngest coaches to go to that many, to go to a ton of March Madness games. So I think he knows what he's doing in that regard. So we trust him in a lot of ways.
Anything else?
Back-to-back road trips. How do y'all feel like you're prepared for this kind of first rep?
I think, we prepare for this all season. In the off season, you prepare for it. This is what you run for. This is what you lift all those weights for. But I think, the battle, everybody says it's not the physical battle, it's a mental battle. So I think we have to just, stay locked in, stay, where our feet are, and be ready for tomorrow.
And, with it being a mirror opponent, just kind of how important is this game, knowing that, you're going to have to see him again in 2 weeks?
Oh, we know. Everybody knows. I think everybody in the SEC knows. You win mirror games, they help you in March. So I think, we have to do our best to play, fast, play physical, lock up on the defensive end so that we can make that happen.
Time for a couple more? But if there
Coach talked about kind of early in the year, obviously disappointed with how the Myrtle Beach trip went, but he said he felt like he kind of alluded to, a growing maturity that y'all just handled your business, especially with these road games. Just how, as players and one of the leaders, how do you feel like you guys have progressed in that area?
Coach and I talk about it every time. Chop wood, carry water. You know, you gotta enjoy the process. You gotta enjoy the journey. You gotta learn from the journey. So I think what this team has really learned from the journey, learned from the process, and we continue to learn. But I think we've kind of recognized our mistakes. We just try to build off those, and we try to avoid all of our weaknesses and focus on the things that we're really strong in.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Thank you guys.